Hello everybody and welcome to the FRR, and today we will have the Tier 2 race around Great Britain. Yesterday we had the Tier 1 race. You can go check that out, just scroll back, watch that stream, see how you like it. But this one is live. So today we are at Great Britain, a short qualifying session which will last around 15 minutes, and then the actual race itself is 26 laps, so half a race, 30 minutes, call it as you like. We have an extreme amount of people racing today for the FRR. It should make for some great racing content, so you would want to stick around and make sure you watch this, because everything and anything can happen in Tier 2. But before we get on with talking about what the track's going to be like, we're going to first talk about the drivers. And of course, a new season comes a new grid, and with a new grid comes new drivers at new teams. And I'm going to run through the order of what the grid and who's driving for who. So the Williams will contain JL Moser and Joshy C. The Alpine, Price and C6 Stephen in the Mercedes. We have RNG Merritt and TTV Lejak in the Haas. We have Silverstone F1, pronounce that perfectly, and Bad Boy 2005. In the AlphaTauri, ZWG and Jorinos, I believe that's his name. No, it's Gamerboy999. He just changed his username on Discord. I'm reading this off Discord, so it can get a bit annoying when people change their names, so I first have to click on them and then say it. In the McLaren, Harry and Acids will be in the McLaren for today's race. In the Red Bull, we have Thomas and Saint 43. I believe that must be different names for Saint 43. Super Saint JR, so he might have that name, or Saint 43. In the Ferrari, we have Ragnar and Ollie Brooks. Ollie Brooks is Do You Vibe, in that Ferrari. In the Aston Martin, Fixable Rhyme and Night Owl, but it has changed to Adam Foran driving in the Aston Martin. A very late change because Fixable Rhyme has been promoted up into Tier 1. Congratulations to him. In the Alfa Romeo, Tom Lock and Weckford. And that is it for all of the people driving today at this Grand Prix. This might be one of the... Well, this is the first race I'm commentating on which has people at the fullest. 20 out of 20. It's packed, and that is for a reason, folks. Yeah, look at that. We only have one person on the McLaren that needs to join, and we'll just get right away. This is going to be a wonderful race. Great Britain, a track with many memories in the FRR, and it made some new memories yesterday, and I'm sure it's going to make a new memory. I've said that like 5 times, memory. Now 6. But yeah, it's just going to be a beautiful race here at Great Britain. Always brings the fullest. So let's talk about what happened last season then. In the FRR, we had RNG Merritt. He was our first ever drivers champion ever in the FRR. And he's here today in the Mercedes, and he's alongside TTV Lejak, who proved in the final moments of the season was quite a good fighter in the McLaren. But can he do even better in the Mercedes? We'll have to find out. Now, a lot of new people today, like I Price. I've never, commentated on him, but the people I do know, I will say how well they perform if you're new to here. So we'll just run through that very quickly. Zederi OG, very good qualifying pacer around any track. He qualified P1 in Singapore, I remember. I think 2nd in Brazil, and I think in Abu Dhabi. I don't think he was in Abu Dhabi. I think he had trouble connecting. But he is here today, and that is great news for everybody on the grid, because he makes up for some great battles on the track. Tom Lock and Wecker, these two. Whew! They are fighters in themselves. Wecker, in the Alfa Romeo, what a fighter. Can go down any route in any track, and he can always find a way to manoeuvre past. And Tom Lock, beautiful qualifying pace, and really a joy to watch. We've also got Brad. Brad is just a fantastic driver in every right to say. Brad in the Williams, and alongside him will be JL Moser. He is also in the Williams. He hasn't had the best performances recently, and he'll be first to tell you that. But I'm sure today he's going to make up for some great racing. As we have 2 seconds left until qualifying, off we go. In the meantime, please follow us on Twitch if you're new here. Some daily, weekly, not daily, weekly, race action. We always bring the fullest at FRR. And also, 25th of November, alright? 25th November. That, my folks, is a very special day, as we will have our first ever episode of our podcast, which will be on Spotify. It is called FRR Recap. And if you want more updates on the FRR Recap, go over to our TikTok, which is the same username as we have on Twitch, and then go over to the TikTok's bio. You will come up to Discord. You can either be a driver, a commentator, and you can also be part of the podcast, potentially. I don't know if vacations are open. I'm assuming not. But you can hear more updates on the FRR Recap. You can know when the FRR Recap releases its podcast episodes. Stuff like that. And also, I think the most important thing is, you're going to be a driver. Who doesn't want to be a driver? Look, 20 people here today to race. That is just what you want to see. We average around 14, but this time it's 20. Right, here we go. People starting to come out of the pit lane. Who was first? We see a McLaren come out for their outlap. Fair play for getting a full grid. Well, it is definitely fair play. I think it was Adam Foran who came out first. In the Aston Martin, Adam had a good performance at Singapore. Lots of DNFs at Singapore, and that is really to be expected. I mean, come on, it's Singapore. For Lord's sake, it's just a very difficult track to go around. And he finished P2 in that race, P4, P3, something around there. And he had some great qualifying pace, and I'm assuming for a new season, a new start. Oh my god, well, Harry's just been disqualified from the session. He was parked in a dangerous location. Yeah, look at that, disqualified completely. But TTV lays Jack in the Mercedes. What is he going to do? So, I think the most dominant team it's got to be Mercedes, hasn't it? Mercedes with RNG Merit, Drivers' Championship winner, first ever, as well as TTV Lacejack. Lacejack, what a fighter! He will battle any corner to get any good result, and that's what you want to see in a driver. You want to see confidence. Now, who will be first to do their laps? Well, people are already going out to set their laps. We're going to go over to the Gamer Boy in the AlphaTauri. And if you're wondering what all these yellow flags are for, it is for people just slowing down, mainly. If you're wondering what those are. Just people slowing down. That's all it is. Oh, Jake and Keegan getting it on in the Twitch chat. And if you catch these lives, you can be part of that Twitch chat right now. So make sure you follow us to check out on when these streams start, because you never want to miss them. Okay, so I think we're going to have our first qualifying set. And is it by TTV Ladies Jack? No. I'm trying to see here. Who's the one who was out first? So, is it WOG? No. Is it Bad Boy? I'm not too sure, but it's very excited. Very exciting. Here we go. So, who is going to be first to cross the line and to get a pole position at the moment? Temporary pole position, as I like to say. So, Night Owl comes first in the Aston Martin. That is a 128.7. Now, a 130 performed by Jail Moser inside the Williams. Now, Wecker just absolutely demolishes that 128 with a 127. They come out into P1 already. Beautiful stuff. Night Owl going slow, of course, because it's his cool down lap. Ladies Jack going to come around very soon. Do you vibe in the Ferrari? Is vibing his way to P2. But now Ragnar, his teammate, in coming into P3. Adam Foran setting a time of a 149.9. That is not what we used to see from Adam Foran. And now there we go. ZWG and TW Ladies Jack across the line for P1. Beautiful from Ladies Jack. Mercedes on top out of the 9 people who have finished. So, let's see here. ZH Acids, his teammate, somehow was disqualified from qualifying. We're not too sure why that was. I would just like to say, folks, we do apologise if any lags or glitches do come across. My Wi-Fi is not good at all. So, it is sometimes something that comes around, but it's over with, like, 1 second. Oh, and a spin from Acids in the McLaren. Acids just not in his favour today with the first lap. Thought we saw another spin there for a second when we switched over to RNG Merit. That is your Drivers' Championship winner. Can he keep hold of that crown? And something's happened here. Is it? Who is this? Off the track here. That is ZWG. They're back on the track now, but you could have saw that on the little map there. I'm assuming most of you saw it. But there we go. We're going to keep our eyes on Acids. This is the first time I'm watching him do some qualifying laps. And we already know he's got invalid lap time. So we'll actually switch over back to RNG Merit. Coming across the line and RNG Merit. Oh my lord. 1-2 for Mercedes at the moment. Temporary. But that must feel good. With a 127.9, RNG Merit comes across P1 for Britain. We also apologise if you hear some background noise. I have 5 cats, and they all equally love to scream at each other. So, I will mute my microphone if there is any noise to be heard there. Says Jake. So, Price in the Alpine, letting people go past in a quicker car. So, we haven't really touched on Red Bull, though. Red Bull, last season, I'm not too sure now. They just weren't stuck in Red Bull last season. They had a poor season, but now with new drivers on the grid, what can they perform? And we see Super Saint Jr. He finishes above Moser. Yeah, for P9, but P1, P2, and P3 still stay the same. So everyone, the majority of people coming into the pits, and with Super Saint in the Red Bull, we were just speaking about the Red Bull, as he just come across the line for his time. I'm assuming that he's just going to come in this lap. So, alright, coming into the pits. So pretty much everyone's in the pits. C6 Steven, we'll see what he can do for his qualifying pace. I have yet to see him actually race as of yet, so I'm just going to watch him, see what he can perform. This is going to be interesting for the both of us. Going to hide that UI there. There we go. So C6 coming out of sector 1 into 2. In the Alpine. The Alpine were fighting for, top 5 spots last season. I'm interested to see if they can do the same here. This is some great pace here from C6 Steven. Now the S's of Britain, and he comes out there with a great exit. We'll go on board with him now. Here we go. Look at the straight. It's just wonderful seeing the Alpine make such beautiful pace around any type of corner. Following the racing line almost perfectly here. Into the next turn. This is a great qualifying stint for C6 Steven. What's he going to perform? Only P8 at 128 though. Still nothing to be ashamed of. Great stuff from C6 Steven. CWG here. He has an invalid lap time. And that would have been an actual lap that he could have set. And the people who have yet to set a lap time is Bad Boy, Acids, Gamer Boy, who is out trying to do a lap right now. And we'll actually see what he's going to perform here. Here we go. Last few turns. You got to hate that wing angle there. And we're still on it, Sam. Up there we go. Here he comes across the line. What's Gamer Boy going to set? And what? He hasn't set anything. Apparently he's not set anything. I was sure that that was a actual qualifying lap. I saw him with no outlap next to his name. Huh. Quite peculiar, in my opinion. But Adam Foran away from his outlap, and he's actually going to perform a lap time. Here comes Adam. Here comes the Aston Martin. Weka! He outperforms both of the Mercedes, and he moves himself up into P1 as Adam just sits back in his P13 place. Still, but that is a wonderful lap time from Weka. Congratulations to him. P1 in the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo was proven to be feisty in Tier 1. And so far, it's looking good for Tier 2. Just imagine the Mercedes and Alfa Romeo fight. Maybe you could sprinkle in a Ferrari as well, because Do You Vibe? Brilliant performing P4 in his first race I've ever seen from him, personally. And the Ferrari, very fast car, but all cars are equals around this track, so... but here comes RNG Merit. Going to come across the line. What's he going to do? Is he going to do better than his original lap time? He will not. He is going to stay in P2 with that 127.9 to his name. Yeah, again, we do apologise for any spineless connection that I have. Sorry for that noise. My chair, by the way. I have a wooden chair, so it's to be expected for that noise sometimes. Here we go then. Right, here we go. So hopefully we can see a much more recent time on here. So TTV Lacejack. I don't know if this is his actual qualifying lap, so I'm just going to come off him for a second because I was checking out on my phone. Super here. Can he perform a super lap time? Not really. He's just going to stay with that 129.4. But these people yet to set lap time. Bad Boy, Acids, Gamer Boy, lots of boys, Brad and Price. And it is surprising to see Brad not set any lap times. Brad's such a massive figure in the FRR, but yet no lap time set for him. We have 5 minutes after this qualifying, then we're going to go straight into that race. First, see all these people line up. Just want to keep our eyes on Brad here on this main straight. I love seeing just the engine roar on this straight into the next turn. Performing it beautifully. Last few turns into the chicane, the final chicane. of Britain. Goes on the curb a little bit, but still comes out with a good exit. Here we go. Brad going to come across the line, and he is not to perform a time. Now, I'm definitely sure that there's something wrong with my connection that has made it this way. Because I'm 99% sure that Brad was indeed on an actual qualifying lap. And for some reason, for some unfathomable reason, it has not showed a lap time from him. That's quite odd. that's quite odd. But no, I'm so. Oh my god, what did we just see? Speaking of OMG, ZH acids just completely crashing into the wall. Comes across the lines of 133, still finishing higher than Adam Foreign. Oh, Adam, poor Adam. This man span on the last turn, broke his front wing. Adam still below him. Well, what a spin we saw there. You can see TTV Lagedat going back into the pits, and Wecker P1, and he's on his outlap. As in the meantime, I'm gonna eat some of my burger. Oh, that is lovely jubbly. Oh. Alfa Romeo. Warming up the tyres, of course. Okay, why does it say outlap, but then the outlap just turned off right there? The outlap sign just literally turned off. Did anybody else say that? Anyways, we've got spin. Yeah, Brad. What's happened to Brad? Well, he's finally set his actual lap time of a 1:28, so he's in 9th place. And Brad's just chilling here. I don't know what's going on with his car. There we go. He's back. Absolutely no idea what the heck that was. But do you vibe on his outlap? He's gonna come across the line to... Oh, Z Derry OG. He spins. We said he had good qualifying pace. Just in this first race, there's expected to be some spins. You know, just coming back after that break. Well, as you can see here, Wecker going to come across the line quite soon onto that straight. Let's hit this baby raw, huh? Oh my, what is going on ahead of us? What on earth? What did I just see? And on the inside, I mean, I'm not supposed to be commentating actual overtakes yet. This is only qualifying, lads. Well, Wecker, can he improve on his time? And he can't. He's just going to stay as that 127.4. Quite odd there. Night Owls retired from the session, so I'm assuming that all of that was to just try and retire themselves out so they can, you know, just wait for the race to actually start. Which is, to be fair. What is a car doing there? Oh, that's not Price. What is that car on the finish line? You can see there's a car that's like on the finish line. He's just chilling. Look at the full track map. He's just some guy chilling. Alright, let's see if anybody can snatch the lead of this qualifying stint away from Wecker. He still has a 127.4. Bad Boy has retired from the session as well. So Wecker's just chilling over here as well. He's like, Jamal, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to get myself retired so I can just get ready for the race. So, it's over with qualifying. People Coming across the line to send their final laps in. RNG Merit lets people go by. It looks like the Alfa Romeo on top for the qualifying session. There's Jack finishing with that 127.9. Yeah, most people just ending their race now. Well, not race, qualifying. I'm trying to juggle two things at once. I'm trying to eat whilst commentating. So, yeah, people come into the pits, I'm assuming, to retire also. RNG Merit, we saw him just like kind of let somebody go through as well. We won't bother looking at him set a lap time. Do you vibe? Oh, I do, my friends. Thomas in the Red Bull, going to come across the line very, very soon. What can he perform? In the Red Bull, his teammate up into P9. He's in P12. Can he finish above his own teammate? Oh, almost an invalid lap time, but across the line, he's just going to stay in P12 territory with a 130.1. Alright, and fakes. We're just waiting for these two to retire. For some reason, Moses left the session. Don't know how he's done that. I'll invite him back. Right now, I just invited him back. Sorry for that pause. We're just a bit confused of how Moser was just left somehow, but he's back nonetheless. Well, he's going to be back very soon. Well, there you go. P1 in the Alfa Romeo is Wecker. RNG Merit second and TTV Days Jack third. A great qualifying stint from all three of these drivers. And they're on podium for today's race. At Britain, stay tuned. Hello folks, I am back. I was just getting a little water break. We're back, and we are ready for the race here at Britain. We had a rainy race yesterday, but today it's sunny, or more sunny than ever, but who knows? It's Britain. It can happen with the weather, so might rain in the next 5 minutes, who knows? Well, Harry has somehow left the session, but don't worry, folks. We've got just the formation lap, so nothing to worry about in terms of Harry leaving the session. If you're a McLaren fan, he will be back. Well, people somehow leaving. We're sure that they'll be back very soon. It's just technical difficulties. We had this with Tier 1. They'll be back very, very soon. Don't worry, folks. I say the best time to leave the section is in the formation lap. So you're not really, losing out on the race. You're just, quitting to try and warm up your tyres. It's basically the same thing. Oh, a spin from Weka. Well, pre-race nerves coming from Weka there. We'll do Stocky. So, thanks, we will have to, I'm going to have to invite, the people who have disconnected back. So, be with us for a second. I just forgot, I'm technically the race director, isn't it? Alright, well, I'm just trying to remember the guy's name for sake. So, SZXLLESS. SCXLL. Well, for some reason I can't find him on Xbox. He's forum. It's that, but I mean, you gotta start with the race first. So, for some reason, okay, everyone's back and shifted. Here we go. 5 lights and we're out for the British Grand Prix. It's a poor start for Weka. RNG Merit the best start. It's 3 wide between the Ferrari, the Mercedes, and the Alfa Romeo into turn 1, and RNG Merit goes wide with Weka. Merit rejoining the track. Do you vibe still saying P3? Now up into P1, battling with Tom Lock. He goes wide into the next turn, and he's up into P1. RNG Merit with a 10-second time penalty so early on, and the 2 Ferraris are leading the Grand Prix. What scenes? Weka goes down to P3. People are going wide, left, right, and centre. What an entertaining start as Weka trying to fend off into that P3, trying to get closer and closer to Ragnar, who's just in front of the Alfa Romeo. Here we go, onto this straight. You can see so many other people. Brad into P19. Orange with that 10-second time penalty. Here we go, the 2 Ferraris battling so close to each other. Ragnar was sniffing the gearbox of his teammate. And now there we go. Ragnar overtakes him. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Here comes Weka. Closer and closer to Do You Vibe. Adam forward. He overtakes Tom Nook. He went from B16 all the way to B8. How's he done that? Do You Vibe and Ragnar basically side by side there. But here comes Do You Vibe. Do You Vibe trying to defend Weka. On the inside, no. On the inside goes Do You Vibe on his teammate. This is beautiful stuff. The 2 Ferraris battling with each other into the chicane. What's going to happen? Do You Vibe still keeping that P2 for now. Just getting closer and closer. Ragnar with a 1:37. A beautiful lap time from him. And there we go. In the pits goes Acid. What's happened to him? It's surely wing damage. We'll take a look, and yes, it is wing damage. We can confirm. Do You Vibe for some reason is lapped on my screen. Makes no sense to me. RNG Merit and C6 Steven. What a beautiful battle this is. Squabbling with each other. Around the outside goes RNG Merit, and he's going to move himself up into P11. And Gamer Boy and C6 Steven have a little bit of battling, but C6 Steven, as he's banned, he has banned. The Alpine drops down into P16. My oh my, entertaining stuff this on the inside. Oh, it's double overtake from Brad. Wow, absolutely blistering scenes put on by Brad. Brilliant stuff on the inside of 2 cars. And now Weka battling up for P2. Getting so close to Do You Vibe. Do You Vibe still staying ahead through the S's of Britain. And looks like a gap is forming between Do You Vibe and Ragnar. Ragnar in the lead with a little bit of seconds. And here we go on the main straight. Side by side, wheel to wheel stuff on the main straight into the next turn. The Alfa Romeo side by side with the Ferrari. And the Alfa Romeo on the inside. The Ferrari now, and let's Do You Vibe go ahead. Woo! What a start! And it is a safety car. Moser's out. What has happened to Moser? Moser is already out, and I think we'll be able to see right here, Acids. He's just getting very close to, what happened to Moser? I mean, that is just, well, DRS is enabled on this lap. That's going to make things much more interesting. Now, Wecker on the outside. It looks like it might be behind. Look at this. This is wheel-to-wheel stuff. Wheels-to-wheel stuff, actually. There we go. Wecker around the outside now on the inside into the next turn. The Ferrari still staying ahead, though, just by a quarter of a car length. The FRR almost turning inside on the Ferrari. But no, Wecker still behind. Not looking good for him. What has happened? What has happened? Oh, my Lord. What have I just seen? TV Lays chat. What has gone on? Thomas. Oh, my word. Everyone off the track. What have I just seen? Wecker, though. Still not giving up the battle between Do You Vibe. Do You Vibe still defending, but he can't on this. On the inside goes the Alfa Romeo. And Wecker finally gets his position back into P2. And now chasing down the other Ferrari called Ragnar 4974. There's ZWG and Tom Look having a great old little squabble over here. Tom Look still staying ahead. And now there goes Adam 4 and he's into the pit. Surely, that's 5 seconds time penalty for Adam speeding the pit lane. That is just not good for him. That's not what you want in these races. But now, here we go. Do You Vibe trying to get back at Wecker. This has made up for some fantastic content already. And we're only 4 laps in. But I cannot believe what we saw. I think that was like 5 cars who were off track there. Bad Boy getting close to Night Owl. Night Owl still staying ahead though. Woo! This is why we told you to stick around for the race start. Because this is all you could dream for a start at Britain here. Bad Boy trying to get closer and closer to Night Owl, and he goes terribly off track there. But still, Bad Boy getting closer and closer to Night Owl. Oh, Wecker's within a second. He's in DRS zone. And now here we go. Onto the straight. He's going to gain some time on Ragnar. Ragnar, though, still pulling ahead into the next turn. Ragnar still sticking in P1. And it looks like Wecker's kind of towing Do You Vibe across because of how, well, he's got DRS and Do You Vibe has a slipstream. So he's kind of towing him over to a 3-second time penalty for Tom Lock for multiple warnings for the Alfa Romeo. But speaking of the other Alfa Romeo, Wecker sets the fastest lap time of 1:31.5 for the Alfa Romeo team. And look how much more closer Wecker is to Ragnar. Ragnar, the Ferrari, just cannot keep the pace up. And Wecker is just getting closer and closer and closer. There we go. I can finally hear the actual noises of the cars now. For some reason, I didn't have that before, but here goes Wecker into the next turn. Just trying to gain some tenths over towards Ragnar. He does gain quite a bit there into the next one. We'll just take a look at Ragnar here. Yeah, look how much more faster the Alfa Romeo looks. Into the next turn. Off we go. Seasick Steven battling with his own teammate there. And it looks like it's still go on here. Here we go. Seasick Steven just behind. Price has to just pull behind. There's no way he's going to catch up to Seasick Steven. Because he is sick on the track. And the ZWG getting closer and closer. Oh, look how close Wecker is now to the Ferrari. It looks like Do You Vibe is out of question for DRS. And he's just falling behind. The Alfa Romeo doesn't look for an opportunity to overtake. Just going to wait its turn. Make sure he gets them on that straight potentially again. Do You Vibe back in DRS range. But Wecker still just pulling behind. And RNG met with another time penalty. That's a 13-second time penalty. Oh my god, what's just happened? Wecker span! Wecker span! He's reset to the track. And that by the stewards is not very good. If you reset to the track, It is something deemed by the stewards to be unlawfully. And there you go. ZWG just lets Weka go by. It's a 5-second time penalty for SZ, but a 1-2 for Ferrari. And here comes Tomlock, getting very, very close. We'll take a look at the penalties. Harry has joined back again after just disconnecting. He's still in P14. How's he done that? But here we go! The Haas car! This is brilliant stuff! Weka battling with ZWG. ZWG just behind him. Side by side into the next turn. They lock up a little bit on the tyres, but Weka still pulls ahead. Now Tomlock getting extremely close to the Haas car. On the inside, potentially. These two Alfa Romeos going toe-to-toe with the cars behind and in front of them. But the Haas car still pulling ahead into the next turn. Tomlock getting closer and closer, trying to fight back for this position. Orange Merrick's just left the session. He's just like, you know what, I cannot be bothered. 13-second time penalty. I'm out of here. But here we go. Tomlock getting closer and closer. It was wide from the Haas car here onto the main straight. The Alfa Romeo will have the DRS open, wide open. The Haas car on the left and the Alfa Romeo on the right. And there is no a doubting question. And now another overtake here for the different Alfa Romeo. Weka. Wow. And now look at this. The AlphaTauri getting 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings right there, and Weka ghosts for some reason, but yet still, he still pulls ahead in P5. And now here we go. Here's ZWG. This is what you want to see. Oh, AlphaTauri. I think they probably could have gone on the inside there. Maybe just a little poke around, see what's going on. Look at that, a little bit of a bump, and there we go. Weka goes wide because of that bump from ZWG. It was like a bum draft, but it went completely wrong. The AlphaTauri, what's just happened? TTV Lejak joining in the party. He said, hold on, I want to get some overtakes here on this main straight. And here he comes. TTV Lejak getting closer and closer. Bad boy side by side with Weka into the next turn. On the outside goes Weka. Make sure to keep the position. Mercedes trying to pick up the pieces of that battle between the Haas and the Alfa Romeo. But TTV Lejak just can't get past Bad Boy 2005, and something's happened to C6 Steven. He has span into Sector 1. That is not what you want to see. And now Bad Boy gets an overtaken by TTV Lejak. Finally, it's happened. And Haas can't just stay behind the Mercedes now, and the Mercedes pulling away. Gamer Boy getting extremely close to Pricer down on the inside. Here comes Gamer Boy through the S's. Good overtake. That's not really going to do much considering he's got a 3-second time penalty. Look how close this is. This is just what you want to see. Look at this train of people at the higher end of the spectrum here. Bad Boy and RWSRL Harry with time penalties. But at the moment, it's Ragnar who leads the Ferrari alive here in this race. And now here comes TTV Lejak getting very, very close to Weka. Weka, you know, span. Very, very unfortunate for him. But Weka did reset back on the track, and for stewards, that will deem some penalty points for Weka. It's against the rules in the FRR. If you spin, you have to come back on track manually, not by resetting. And now here we go, on to the main straight. TTV Lejak looking to poke down on the inside, but the Alfa Romeo says, no, not going to happen, matey. I'm keeping this position, thank you very much. Brad getting close to Bad Boy. Now on the inside, this is a brilliant overtake for Brad. That is cheeky. Just puts on the throttle a little bit earlier. Just boom. There he goes. That is a beautiful overtake. TTV Lejak getting very, very close to Weka once again. This is a battle we saw last season, and we're seeing it repeat once again. This is things you want to see here in the FRR. An overtake by Price on Gamer Boy, and Gamer Boy just slipping back, and he span. Gamer Boy has span. That is not what you want to see here. 3-second time penalty for SZXLS right there. And there we go. The Mercedes getting closer and closer to the Alfa Romeo. Can he finally get that overtake that he's been praying for these last couple of laps? TTV Lejak, he's got DRS onto the straight that goes past the finish line. Is he able to overtake the Alfa Romeo? Here we go. We're just going to find out. No, he's just going to stay behind. Well, something's happened with SZ. And, I mean, well, it's not in favour for that Haas car, but for the different Haas car, Bad Boy, he's actually not done too bad. But here we go. TTV Lejak, you know, just the closest to the car in front, so we're going to keep our eyes on him. And I don't know what that was. A little bit of lag. Don't know if that was from my end or his end. But Lejak still staying behind. Just trying to sniff out the opportunity, but not getting it. See WG getting close to Tom Lock, though. Both of these people are on 3-second time penalties, so it might seem insignificant. Oh, Wecker has a 3-second time penalty. Yikey, yikey, yikes. That is not very good for him, but at the moment, it's looking good for Ferrari. It looks like a cruise for them. 2 seconds in front of Night Owl, who's in third. Brad gets a 3-second time penalty. That's very unlike Brad. Look at how many people, though. Oh, this DRS straight. It's just beautiful to see. Lejak still just within 500 milliseconds and under, but just can't seem to get the overtake as Seasick Steven tries to go on the inside of his teammate. He goes on the grass a little bit, but I think Price is just going to let him through. Seasick Steven has the momentum going forth, and he's going to move up into P10 himself. DWG getting closer and closer to Tom Lock. This has been quite some race, and many more will come this season with our next race. It's going to be at France, so you better stay tuned for that one. France can be a difficult circuit to go across multiple times, and, well, you just certainly don't want to miss it. And oh, there we go, ZWG on the inside, and it's a beautiful overtake on the Alfa Romeo Tom Lock, trying to go around the outside, just poking and seeing if he can get an opportunity, but ZWG says, nope, mate, that position is mine, but here we go. Here comes Alfa Romeo. He's like, hold on, mate. Hold on. You just took my position. I'll try and get it right back into the first turn. It looks like he's not going to look for an overtake on the straights. ZWG is in front. And do you fight with a 3-second time penalty? And that will move Night Owl up into P2, actually. That is great for Night Owl and for Aston Martin. But speaking of the other Aston Martin, it is not looking good for Adam Foran. He's just gonna, you know, spend his 5-second time penalty. That is just not good for him. Whew, this has been a race, and there's much more to come. Here comes Tom Lock through the chicane, and TTV Lejak has finally got his overtake on Wecker. Well done to him. Wecker in the pits. That's why. Wecker in the pits. Is it time to change on tyres? I don't think it is. Is that time to change on the tyres? Tom Lock with a 3-second tyre penalty, but I'm just looking right here. Yeah, look, the Alpine, they're setting up. It is time to change the tyres. On the hards, there you go. And Wecker, yeah, there we go. Interesting. So, there's Brad, 6 seconds to. Oh, I want to watch this instead of Brad. Sorry, Brad, but, you know. See the battles, you know, the Alfa Romeo. Could look like it was going to be P1 for Wecker, but getting that 3-second time penalty and that spin just wasn't meant to be. And for some reason, Price is left on track. There, it's Seasick Steven. He has span, and he is going to drop all the way into last place. That's just... Oh, no, never mind. Adam Foran's just been lapped. Well, it's a running joke for me and Adam. That was a weird laugh. What was that? Jesus Christ. But me and Adam have a running joke about the Aston Martin, and, well, it's proven to be true here. See, WG, oh, look at this. Ragnar in the pits. He's going to come onto his arts as well. See, WG with a 6-second time penalty, and so does Tom Lock. So, those two still even. Oh, those are no! TTV Lejak went really wide there. Harry and Price with both 3-second time penalties. Bad Boy with a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Oh, what is going on? Ragnar and Brad basically side by side. Never mind, actually. Just sometimes it lags like that. It's kind of annoying. Price is overtaking Bad Boy because Bad Boy's in the pits. Look at this, Tom Lock. Oh my God, what's happened to Tom Lock? I'm assuming that's just a spin with ZWG, because I saw that he was down to 99 milliseconds, and then all of a sudden I've seen them spin. He's dropped himself down into P6. It's not been a good day for the Alfa Romeo, and with tyre grips, it looks like, because they've both span out. TTV Lejak at this current moment in time would be P3. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Do you vibe with the 3-second time penalty? So that is interesting. You know, if Night Owl just gets a 3-second time penalty as well, then, you know, we're all good on this bad boy. He's got 14 seconds on time penalties. This is, it's quite a sight. ZWOG went wide in that next time. Now he's going to come into the pits, and so will TTV Lazyjack. Those two still going to be on those tyres, and Do You Vibe also in front of them. So I'm just wondering, though, if the Ferrari will get a better pit stop and it won't be like real life where they do absolutely awful. Now, it seems like the perfect pit stop for Ferrari. Well done to them. Tomlin moves himself up into P3. Brad, please. Thank you very much. Brad up into P2. And he's also pitted on the hard, so maybe staying out was not the thing to do. And now Ragnar overtaking everybody there, considering everyone's in the pits. So, Ragnar still that P1. And Wecker set the fastest lap time of the Grand Prix. And look at those. Just kind of up and down, jogging with the, well, it's just stuff there, really. And now, oh, here we go. TCV Lazyjack versus Wecker. The battle we have seen all too many. The switch back on the Alfa Romeo on the inside. What a beautiful move. Wecker moves up into P7. Beautiful stuff from the Alfa Romeo. That's really what you want to see. I mean, it didn't really look like a switchback, but it looked beautiful. And it's a safety car. Oh. There's a safety car. A Haas car was off track. I think it was Bad Boy 2005. I missed it. I think he's around over here. In terms of where he crashed, he was around over here. Yeah. So at this point, Adam should be moving up. Yeah, there we go. So very interesting. Okay, so Night Owl P1. He's going to come into the pits. No speeding in the pit lane for him. What's Brad going to move on to? He's already pitted on his hards. I think Night Owl also did as well. So what's the strategy for these people around the top 5 mark? They're going to go back on the mediums. So a very short stint with the hards, but eventually, you know, they just come out and they're on the mediums. So people purposely unlapping themselves because of the safety car and a 3-second time penalty for C6 Steven. So there we go. Night Owl coming out of the pit lane, and P1 he is. Oh boy, that's what you want to see. So you can see safety car is right here into this next turn. You'll see it right now. And just stay behind it, folks. There we go. So the Aston Martin, who's leading this Grand Prix, is behind another Aston Martin, but it's the safety car. So can Ragnar overtake Night Owl for the lead on this restart? This is going to be very interesting. You can see all of the people with penalties over here. We don't care about them. What we care about is Ragnar versus Night Owl. What's going to happen there? You know? On the restart, Ferrari versus Aston Martin. It would be a great start for the season if Aston Martin could get a win. Because Aston Martin have never, you know, actually performed well in front of my eyes. So this would be a beautiful win for Night Owl. And also for Aston Martin in itself. This would be wonderful. So, well, I'm in a safety car, and I reckon I'm going to just fill up my cup of water. You should do the same. Do something. Just get a drink. Or get some food, like, I don't know, crisps or something. Just chill out, relax, you know. Wait for this safety car to finally bunch all these people up. And then, you know, on the restart, it'd be good. So, I will be back in a second, folks. Still stay tuned for the restart on the safety car. Alright, folks. I am back. Let's see what's going to happen on the restart on this safety car. We are awaiting some people, of course, to actually join up to the safety car. But once that happens, it's going to be for an entertaining battle. I am going to go over and see what people are chatting on Twitch. And also, if you're just rewatching this and you're already entertained by, oh my god, this is absolutely wonderful. This Grand Prix so far. Well, Adam Foreign just told me that he's accidentally got a Monaco setup. Well, that is just not very good. He's accidentally on a Monaco setup. So we'll have to see how he's going to deal with it. He's already not dealing with it. But that is quite funny. That is quite funny. Though. Night out. ZWG's just retired from the session. So that's a retirement. That's on purpose then. That is quite odd. EA Sports. Tom better than Brad. Oh, jeez. Daniel, thank you very much for being in the stream. Well, I have to reconnect back to my chat here, but the safety car is in on this lap. I have to reconnect back to the chat because my Wi-Fi in here is so awful. CWG just getting angry, so it must have been on accident that he's retired somehow. There we go. Here comes the restart of the safety car. Once you cross the line, you can overtake a Night Owl with a brilliant start. And look at the gap he's got to Ragnar. Ragnar not even in DRS zone. It's beautiful for a Night Owl. It's a brilliant start. What's happened to Deviation? What's happened to him? He's spun and he's all the way down to last place. My oh my, that is not what you want to see. Ragnar, though, still staying behind Night Owl with a 1 second deficit. That was definitely not what he wants. And Tom and Price having a little battle, but shortly it comes to an end. Sorry for the burp. Thomas moves up into... I can't burp. I'm only watching because I can't race. Brad banned me for something that happened a year ago, lol. Alright then. Well, it's great to have you watching the stream, Daniel. Ragnar. Trying to get... Oh, Tom Look and Wecker having exchanges in their positions. Well, Adam with a 3-second time penalty, so, you know, that Monaco setup's not coming into play. It wasn't a masterclass by Adam. American, we all know that Adam made a mistake there. It was just a joke, Adam, okay? Thanks, you seem chill, so I like it. Well, still what I aim for in commentating. A Ragnar's a 3-second time penalty! Oh no! So the only two people who haven't got a 3-second time penalty is Night Owl and Super Saiyan. Odd. That is peculiar. Tom Lock sets the fastest lap time of the Grand Prix so far with a 1:31.0. Monaco set up better than all the other setups. I'm not too sure if I agree with that, but you know. And forward overtakes C6 Steven. Yellow flags in sector 1. Nothing happening really there. C6 Steven, 10-second time penalty. Jeez. Oh, Stephen, lad. Well, now that there's a 3-second time penalty for Ragnar, this makes it an actual battle for P2 here. Do You Vibe and Ragnar both battling for P2. Both of the Ferraris trying to battle for P2, and Brad joining in the battle as well. So it's practically a 3-man train right there, and something's happened. 2 overtakes happening at once. Something happened to Price. Yeah, Price span. And look at that. How wide is that? C6 Steven, mate. No wonder you've got a 13-second time penalty. My towel should be Div 1, says Daniel. Yeah, I probably agree with that. Night Owl is a very, very good driver. Thomas to win, but it don't look likely. The only thing is, if Night Owl gets that 3-second time penalty, then it becomes a much more entertaining race. But at the moment, nothing really happening. Tom Look with the fastest lap time with a 1:30.8. That is a beautiful lap time to be setting daily. C60. Oh my god. Stephen, mate. You've got 18 seconds. Okay, there we go. 18-second time penalty. He's finally said, you know what, I give up. I've got to just retire now. Well, here we go. Night Owl. Still P1 after that safety car restart. It was a perfect restart for Night Owl. He's a top G. Here's Do You Vibe. Oh, this is what happened between him and Ragnar. Ragnar went so far wide. And look at how much time Brad's going to gain from that. The Williams getting closer and closer to the Ferrari. What happened with Ragnar? He went so far wide. Common Ragnar L. Ooh. I can hear a massive plane outside. Oh, apologies if you can hear that as well. Jeez, that is a massive airplane. Anyways, oh, what is happening over here? What is Ragnar doing? Quite peculiar that. And then here comes the Williams. Looking to go on the inside. No, Brad just staying behind. Somehow he hasn't got another time penalty, Ragnar, for doing that. Very odd. Here we go then, into the chicane. And look at Tom Look as well, so close, but it won't really matter. And there we go, Tom Look and Brad having a little scruffle. Look at that, just out of one turn there. Easy peasy. Tom Look, what a move. Man lives next to an airport. No, mate. Oh, and there's your fan favourite, Daniel. Oh, no, look at that. Look at the battle behind there. Brad and Wecker with a beautiful battle with each other. I've got to try and keep my eyes on this. This is entertaining. Here comes Wecker. He's got to get DRS on this straight. It looks like he's not going to gain any time, though. Look at the trend we've got. If Tom Look had a 3-second time penalty, then it would just be all to die for this DRS train. It would just be lovely to see. Ragnar leading that DRS train, though. And leading Ragnar is Do You Vibe. And Tom Look with a 3-second time penalty again. He's got 9 seconds on his penalties. Whew. That is not very nice for him. But this man is P1. Night Owl in the Aston Martin is winning by a substantial, technically, 4 seconds and 800 milliseconds. And there we go, Tom Look and Ragnar, wheel to wheel on the inside goes Tom Look. He's got amazing speed around this track, and he's proven it once again. Ragnar trying to go down on the inside, potentially into the chicane, but no, not going to happen. Ragnar staying behind Tom Look, P1. Why did I say P1? Absolutely no idea why I said P1. P3. He's P3, and it won't even matter anyways, because he got a nice second time penalty. How have I said P1? But Ragnar down on the inside, trying to get the Alfa Romeo. Now on the outside into next turn. A little bit of tyre bumping right there. Tom Look still staying ahead, though. TTV finished up with a 3-second time penalty also. And then, oh my god, what have I just seen? Ragnar breaks his front wing with a massive spin. Ragnar, lad, what have you just done? Poor for him. Yeah, I'll try and just slow my words a little bit. Here's Brad getting close to Tom Look. But Tom Look's still with that 9-second time penalty. It's not going to do him any favours in this race. Price overtaking Harry there. Tom Look DRS open. Getting closer and closer to Do You Vibe. Into the next turn. Now to the chicane. And Do You Vibe has caught up some tenths over to Night Owl. We'll take a look at what the tyres are looking like. So we've had the man with the oldest tyres is Wecker with a 10 lap. Oh no, it's Adam Foran, 11 laps. That is my Wi-Fi. It doesn't like me, so I gave up. You hate to see it. Oh my god, look at Brad. He's moved up 15 positions this race. That is just wowie zowie. So that's what I like to say. Wowie zowie. Tom Look here. 3-second time penalty for Wecker. That's not going to do him any favours. Ragnar's left the session. Apologise. Just burp there. And look at the time that Do Vibe has actually caught up there. It's a substantial amount of time. Right now, Brad would be P2 if he keeps it like this. Brad would be P2 if he can keep this position. Move himself up into P2 with the last 5 laps left of this race. Tom Look trying to get closer and closer over to Do Vibe. Do Vibe vibing in P2, but can Tom Look break the vibes in half? Ten viewers watching. It says on my Xbox, but it's 6. But there we go. Tom Look. Brad trying to get close to Tom Look. If Tom Look is overtaken by Brad would still be P2. But look how much closer Do Vibe is to Night Owl. Look at how much time he's caught up. That is brilliant stuff from him. And Night Owl's on the mediums as well. So Night Owl's going to have to pit, which means if Night Owl pits, then Brad would be P3. Right? No, he'd be P1. Brad would be P1 if Night Owl pits. So hype from Daniel. Thank you very much, Daniel, for the hype. This is big hype, by the way, folks. And Do Vibe just staying behind. You can see that Alfa Romeo from Tom Look just trying to wiggle his way through this circuit, trying to get closer to Do Vibe. Adam Foran. I mean, Adam, you got 14-second time penalty. Crazy Griefer says that Ragnar's washed. Ooh. I mean, it is true. But no, I'm only kidding, Ragnar. And then you can see the Ferrari so close to Night Owl now. He's going to have to pit. He's going to have to, surely. No, he's not pitted. Oh my word, Wecker's just overtaken. What the heck? What have we just seen there? Tom Look. Matey, waiting. Went so far wide there. Here's Do Vibe. And something's happened with TTV Legends. Like, what's he done? And he's spammed. But we're going to take a look back over to Do Vibe. What's going to happen between him and Night Owl? If Night Owl gets, a 3-second time penalty, then it's all to fight for P1. Badger washed. Well, it does seem that way as well. You banned him in BRL. Oof. But the only racing league you want to see is the FRR. So... Do Vibe trying to get closer to Night Owl. Stocky saying in the chat there, but we won't focus on that. We'll focus on the race. Here's Do Vibe trying to get closer and closer to Night Owl. Night Owl only above by 300 milliseconds. Do Vibe still getting closer and closer. You see Tom Lock here. Can he spoil the party for Do Vibe? Down on the inside, potentially Alfa Romeo. No, they're down on the inside from Do Vibe. No, it's not going to happen. It's not what's going to happen. But here we go. Do Vibe still just trying to find his way around Night Owl. And with the amount of speed that Do Vibe has, surely he's going to create a massive gap between him and Night Owl and all. I thought he spammed there for a second when going on that curb. And you can see Night Owl keeping Do Vibe behind is just keeping up everybody else behind because of how much more worn Night Owl's tyres are. Here we go. Do you vibe getting closer and closer to Night Owl? 100 milliseconds between them, and it's getting closer and closer. Look at this on the outside of that turn, and still, do you vibe getting closer and closer? 300 milliseconds gonna quickly decrease. Here we go. Do you vibe the Ferrari? Still staying behind the forest green car in front of him. Still. No overtake. And do you vibe as a 3-second time penalty? Oh, no. That has surely spoiled his chances of getting P1. But here comes Do You Vibe on the main straight on the inside. It's a brilliant overtake from Do You Vibe. And it won't really count so much because of that 6-second time penalty unless he can create a massive gap of 6 seconds. I don't think he's going to win this race. Night Owl, 400 milliseconds behind. And Stocky... Wait, no. Do you vibe? Not Stocky. Still P1. But with that 6-second time penalty, I don't know, mate. The question is, can Do You Vibe create a 6-second gap between him and Night Owl? If he can, then he's going to win. But it looks very unlikely with 1 lap left to go of this race. Tomlock and Wecker, side by side on the main straight. Tomlock just pulling back ahead for now. Look at how close they are. And eventually Wecker just staying behind there in P3. Night Owl just waiting for his chance to celebrate. 25th out of 26 laps. Do you vibe? Vibing in P1, but still with that 6-second time penalty. It's not doing him any favours at all. So at the end of this race, he's not going to be P1, but rather around P5 territory. Night Owl still staying ahead of Wecker. If Wecker can join the party on battling, you know, maybe. Maybe a 6-second time penalty. No. And there we go. 1 second gap between Night Owl and Do You Vibe. But I think the vibing is over for Do You Vibe. I think he's not going to get that P1. Here we go then. Night Owl still staying behind by 1 second. He has to keep this gap between to win this race. Can he do it? It's the last lap of the Grand Prix. And with the sunny skies shining over Great Britain, the Aston Martin will just stay ahead of Wecker. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. I don't know why my voice got so high pitched there. But there's a little bit of contact between Wecker and Night Owl there. You can see it. But here we go on the main straight. Wecker's going to get in front. Just dropping a lot of seconds, isn't he, Night Owl? But still, this would still come up to a win for Night Owl right now. And there we go, folks. Night Owl across the line, and he wins the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Fantastic from him. Round 1 goes to Aston Martin. Round 1 goes to Night Owl. Congratulations to him. He, in his mediums, is your race winner. TTV Lage that with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix to secure that singular point for him and for his Mercedes team. But Aston Martin, for the first Grand Prix of this season, they win it. Congratulations to Night Owl. A well-deserved victory. Mainly because he was, you know, one of the very few who didn't get any penalties, but that is your Grand Prix winner. Please all put your hands together for the Aston Martin. Jack says not on the pace today. Well, join us next week to see if Jack Rees also can gain that race space back at France. We all thank you for watching the FRR. We all hope you have a fantastic day, and we all hope that you will have a great sleep. And there comes the Aston Martin driver. Finishes P1 today. I said, the gritty emotes. That's what you love to see from Night Owl. As he lifts up the cup. The Frenchman winning. Oh, it's a beautiful sight to see. A well-deserved victory for Night Owl. Congratulations to him. And there is your final scoreboard, folks. With the top three being Night Owl, Do You Vibe, and Brad, all up into the podium spots. I have been your commentator and host, Harrison Wilson. We thank you for watching. Goodbye.